The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Welcome everybody, my name is Arnold. Today on Daily Swole number 34, we're talking about Broscience versus reality. Milk is for babies, that's right Tommy. We're going to do Q&A at the end, so stick around. You could ask Arnold any questions you like. This is going to be maybe an extended episode. I'm sure all you people are going to ask me lots of questions. Maybe about where I was born. Let me just get this out of the way. I was born in Graz, Austria, a long time ago, because I'm like 150, but you can't tell because I work out, so I build lots of muscles. So let's talk about Broscience versus reality. These are the people that work out in the gym. They're always working out, and they practice what they preach, you know. They learn by lifting. They learn by working out. And one of the things about the workouts that they do is it works. He's not a person in a fucking lab coat at the university. These are people that are working out in the gym, pumping iron, working on the biceps, working the triceps day in and day out. So they see lots of results with the training. So they go and they look at the magazine, and you see little Johnny Four Eyes giving you research. Don't do that, it's going to hurt. Or don't do that, it's going to overtraining. But how can you say this? How can you say it's overtraining when someone's in the gym practicing what works? So we're going to go over a couple topics, 2, 3, or 4 topics, and then we ask some questions, and you could ask Arnold. This is a good episode. It's called Ask Arnold. We do this maybe more on Daily Swole. So we say thank you to Dash and to Swolenormous for letting me come here and talk to you about the fitness, about getting pumped. So let's get started. Let's get into the show. Daily Swole number 34. Working your abdominals, working your abs to get more abs. Some people I want a flat stomach, I want a 6-pack, I want an 8-pack. Oh, Arnold, how do you get bigger? How do you build all these muscles in your abs? How do you get the stomach biceps going? So I tell them, okay, you do 500 crunches every day. And they say, but Arnold, that's bullshit. And I say, you're right, it is bullshit. Because all you do is you take a lot of steroids and you get better results than working out your crunches every day, 500 repetitions. It's not about the repetitions, and it's not about the steroids. People always think, how do I get big muscles like Arnold? Yeah. You have to eat a lot of protein, and you have to eat properly every day, in and out. You can't just go and do your crunches and get results. You have to do it in the kitchen. You have to get the fat off your abdominals. You have to get it off. You can't just sit there and do crunches and crunches and crunches. If you got a couple donuts sitting right on top of your abdominals, you're not going to see it. That's bullshit. You're wasting your fucking time. So you have to eat properly in order to get the results. That's number one. That's Broscience bullshit. Crunches for abdominals is not going to work. If I lift a lighter weight, I get a better pump. That's not true. That's not true. You have to lift heavy weights. Weight is muscle. When you're trying to get pumped, you have to build muscle, you have to lift heavier weights. Weights are challenging around 5 or 6 or 7 repetitions. If you lift lighter weights, you get what's known as transient hypertrophy. You get the pump right there. You look in the mirror, look at my veins. On Busker right now, you can see my veins and my biceps. It looks fantastic, don't you? Just get the flex for Periscope and for YouTube. SoundCloud and iTunes, you're fucked. My goal is to get as big as I possibly can, is to get so fucking large that you can see me on SoundCloud, that you can see me on iTunes. I want you to hear me. I want to be so large you can hear me and you can actually see me through your ears. Yeah, that's how big I want to get. So, heavyweight is size. You lift heavier weights, you're going to get bigger muscles. It's only true. If you do lighter weight, you get the pump. It's true, you get the pump in your biceps, you get the pump in your triceps, you get the cap in your deltoids, you get those pectorals that look like, you're lactating. Those are the good pumps in the gym, but they look good in the mirror, but they're not going to stick around. This is not actually permanent hypertrophy, this is transient. And this transient is not going to stay. Transient, it leaves, it comes and it goes, which is fine. I don't care. It can go if it wants to. But you want this hypertrophy to stay. You want to get larger, so you have to lift the heavy weights. My recommendation, rather than just lifting light weights and not seeing the results over a longer period of time, is to do the heavy weights first and then burn out with the lighter weight and the higher repetitions. And that works. Gah. Excuse me, my throat is sore. Gah. Pardon me. I'm just coming off a little bit of a cold. I was a little bit less awesome for a couple of days. I had to drop my bench press down to 315 when I'm normally doing 405 or 445. So that's what happens when I get sick. I just bench press less. Let's talk about doing supplements in the gymnasium. Supplements in the gymnasium. When you're working out and you're trying to drink things and you're taking your creatine and your pre-workouts while you're working out, it's too late. Why are you taking your pre-workouts in the gym? That's why it's called a pre-workout. Pre-workout, pre is before. You don't do it while you're working out, you do it before. It's a waste of your fucking time. Again, you cannot do it during the workout. Here's what happens with the body. You have two types of your nervous system. You have the sympathetic, and you have the parasympathetic. The sympathetic is also known as the fight or flight mechanism. This sympathetic nervous system, it activates when you start doing the exercises. You start sending blood flow to the muscles. It starts bringing blood away from the digestive system. That's why when you work out, you don't have to make a pee-pee or a poo-poo. You don't have to make a doo-doo when you work out because the sympathetic nervous system turns on. The parasympathetic, when you're not rest, that's when you start digesting. That's when you have to make the poo-poo and the pee-pees. It's after you work out. That's why when you get home, all of a sudden you're getting to the door. You're like, oh my God, I got to get inside. I can't hold it any longer. It's because it takes about 15, 20 minutes for your parasympathetic nervous system to turn back on. Sympathetic to para. So if you're in the gym and your sympathetic nervous system is turning on, how are you going to digest your pre-workout? Your body is not concentrating on absorbing nutrients while you're working out. It's focusing on leaching nutrients from the muscles, from the liver, from everything that you consumed earlier in the day and before. So if you're already in the gym, stop with this intra-workout bullshit. Stop with this fucking stupid crap when you're drinking your pre-workout during the workout. If you're consuming simple sugars or salt or some electrolytes during the workout, it can be effective because it's very small quantities. But your pre-workout should be done before, yeah. And so on and so forth. Next time you see one of these stupid-ass gym bros wearing a belt in the gym all the time, why are you wearing a belt? They make elastic for pants. You don't need a belt for your pants. You don't need a belt for your body. You have to get bigger. Make your medium shorts a medium. Make your extra large a medium. You got to get larger to fit your clothes. These big weightlifting belts to hold your body in, what do you have to hold in your stomach? Why are you wearing a belt if you're not squatting? You don't need a weightlifting belt for girls. You just don't need it. It's bullshit. It's a waste of your fucking time. Weightlifting belts are only for squats to failure, for deadlifts to failure, really heavy maximal repetitions. You don't need a belt when you're sitting on a fucking bench. That's bullshit. There are certain applications for powerlifting, but if you're trying to be a bodybuilder, what are you going to do, wear a corset? Or you're a 17th century French whore? Get off these fucking belts. It's bullshit. Waste of your fucking time times 10. And number 25 that we're going over today, because we're talking about all this bullshit. I'm debunking all these myths like a crazy bastard. That's right. One after another. They're dropping like flies. Last one, working out every day. You don't have to work out every day. People tell me, well, I want to build muscle, Arnold. I want to get large. I want to build biceps. I want to work my triceps. I want to get big calves. I want to get abdominals. I have to work out every single day or I'm going to get tiny. And my answer to them is, you're already tiny. You're already small. You're nowhere close to Arnold's size. Taking off one day is not going to make a bit of difference, you know? Understand that if you work out every day, you're going to do what's called overtraining. It's not good for you. If you overtrain every day and you work every day, you're going to break down the muscle. You're not giving your body a chance to repair. If you don't repair, you don't grow. If you don't grow, you don't build muscles. If you don't build muscles, what the fuck is the point? Again, you're wasting your fucking time. If you don't build your muscles, what's the point of living? What's the point of life? You're going to look like Justin Bieber the rest of your life. You want to look like Justin Bieber? You want to look like Justin Bieber? I'm going to leave you with that. No one wants to look like Justin Bieber. Nobody wants to look like Justin Bieber. Let's open to some questions on the Periscope. I'm going to take the phone into my hand. If you have any questions for Arnold, even on those people on Buska, do you have any questions for Arnold over here? You could ask him now. This is Broscience versus Reality. This is Daily Swole number 34. Daily Swole with Arnold. Ask Arnold any questions you like. Buska. Periscope. Am I wasting my fucking time? Where's my question, Gaines? Come on, ask me a question. Stop wasting my fucking time. How often should I work out a muscle group? That's a good question. Working out the muscle groups, in actually Arnold's answer, is going to be the same as Swolenormous. We're in the line with this one. You should be working out your muscles probably if you want to build big muscles every 4 to 5 days. Going to 6 or 7 days could be a little bit long. You might not get the actual hypertrophy growth. So maybe every 4 days, every 5 days, depends on the volume, depends on your experience. Best of workouts for wing. The fuck is that, bro? What's a wing? Best of workouts for wing. You mean like the latissimus dorsi? In the muscles, you mean the lat spread? Like this? Is that what you're talking about? Doing the wide grip pull-ups. Wide grip pull-ups or pull-downs. Increase your grip really wide. And pull down all the way and depress your scapula to the bottom. Really wide grip. It gets a lot of width with your triceps. It gets a long head. And also latissimus. And the teres major. Teres major. It's a good question. Okay, if there's no more questions, Arnold's had to eat lunch so he can build big muscles and get more pumped. Thank you for joining me on Buska. Good questions on Periscope for Arnold. Next time I let you know earlier that Arnold's coming. You think your questions up. I ask any questions. Maybe sometime, how much protein a day? We got more questions for Arnold. How much protein a day? That's another question for Broscience. People say 1 gram per pound of body weight. I don't know. That's one of those things they say. You don't need more than, let's say, 0.8 grams per pound of body weight or kilogram. You know, you say that. I don't know. I grow up, and in the gym, we eat gram per pound of body weight, and we get really huge. And you get big biceps, and you get a lot of big muscles, and it works. So you have to find out what works for you. I would not say any more than a gram per pound of body weight, maybe 0.8 grams per pound of body weight. So if you weigh 100 pounds, I weighed 100 pounds when I was like 4. If you weigh 100 pounds, you're eating 80 grams a day. And take your hair down? Fuck you. Not taking my hair down. You crazy bastard. You have to follow me. It looks better in your pic. You think I do this for you? You think I'm here to entertain you? Think I'm here to sing monkey, dance monkey, dance? Maybe Swolenormous does that shit. Arnold doesn't play those games. You have to stick around. Follow him on Periscope. Maybe take his hair down later. Arnold doesn't do that bullshit. Don't tell me what to do. Unless you tell me build muscle. Like, yeah, okay, build more muscles. It's fine. So eat your protein. Make sure you're getting probably about 0.8 grams per about kilogram or pound of body weight. Spread it out throughout the entire day and see how you build the muscles. I wouldn't do too much. You don't need as much as you think. Number 1, you're not as large as you think you are. Number 2, it's about the carbohydrates in your training, and your overall caloric intake is going to make more of a difference than eating about another piece of chicken. Do I even lift? Yeah. All right. You make me very angry. That's a good question. Do I even lift, bro? I lift so. Do I even lift, bro? It's a good question. It's a good question, you know. It's a good question coming from a blind man. Of course I lift. Obviously, you have no eyesight. You can see my biceps from outer space. I'm like the Great Wall of Arnold. You see my biceps. You ever watch Game of Thrones? The statue in Bravos? That's actually me in real life. I stand there, I go, yeah, the whole time. They modeled that after me. I was a stand-in actor for the Game of Thrones intro. Okay, I'll leave you with that one. that was pretty funny. Okay, thank you for letting Arnold host number 34 of the Daily Swoles. And I'll be back here again, Stay tuned. If you like this episode, message me on the Snapchat, send me an email, comment in the video when I post it on YouTube and on SoundCloud or wherever you can post comments. Let me know if you liked Arnold's hosting of the Daily Swole. And we'll see you next time on tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern Time on the Daily Mother. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.